What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to another video. So, we're gonna have probably more Gunpla builds in the future, I think. But anyways, so yes, we are going to do another Gunpla review. And this time, we have the HG Gundam Double X from After War Gundam X. So, as you can see, this bad boy right here. Now, again, if you guys notice from my other HG builds, this is just, as is, snapped together, no extra work. I'm not really into panel lining, to be completely honest, and I don't have the time to paint, so anyways, but yeah, this is just looks how it looks like straight off the box. Again, of course, if you're the type who prefers panel lining and painting, it's really up to you. But yeah, so this is the actual model kit complete, and let's take a look at the box. And there's a lot of cut up runners and nubs inside. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So the cover art, as you can see. I hope the reflection from my computer screen is not too much. There you go. So I'm gonna show you guys like on the sides. There you have it. So yeah, and the thing that it can do. Yeah. So anyways, as you can see, this is the finished product. And for accessories, so of course we're gonna talk about them in a little bit. So of course it comes with the standard beam rifle. It has a really nice, larger than your typical beam saber beam blade, and it's got a shield right here. And of course, we're gonna also do this later. So the twin satellite cannon. So yeah, first off, this is another one of those nostalgia builds that I had. So I think I still do. It's just in my house back in the Philippines. But yeah, I remembered buying a 1/144 scale Double X when I was around 11 years old. And I know that I still have it to this day, like tucked away in some sort of cabinet. So I really wanted to, get the HG when I saw it from my, when I saw it at the store, the specialty store where I have been buying my Gunpla lately. So I wanted to see how different this would be from the 144 scale model. So yeah, I went ahead and got this one, and I would say, other than how it looks in general, so the size and the feel, so especially with the twin satellite cannon system, everything was pretty much the same. But I will definitely talk about what's different as we go on. So I'm actually gonna pop off the shield right here so we can have a better look. And it's actually on quite well. Okay, so you know what? No shield popping this time around, so it's gonna be there. Might get in the way, but let's talk about Double X. So as for the head, it actually doesn't move a lot so much. Of course, you can turn it around, normally. Uh, the neck joint or the neck polycap is quite secure on there. Um, However, again, it does not actually provide like forwards backwards action like this. But again, if you want to turn the head sideways like normal, like so, no problem. So the shoulder armors, go up, and well, because the right arm has left arm rather has a shield, so it can go up like that. But the right arm, because there's nothing hindering, you can go basically 90 degrees. Now, if the wing binders are out of the way, of course, you can turn around the arm 360. So the elbows are double jointed, so you can basically fold the arms like this. However, the beam rifle, the butt of the beam rifle is gonna get in the way if you're looking at the right arm. So there's gonna be some limitation to that, but because the left arm basically doesn't have that, hindrance, you can basically do a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of bent in a way. So there is a bit of an ab crunch action going on here. The waist can turn around pretty nicely. I think you can go 360 with it, but I won't. So the legs, so the side skirts, can open them up. Maybe if you turn them around like this, and then you can get like a split. But if you're just gonna, put the side skirt down in its normal position, you can split a little bit, but it's not gonna go like 180 degrees. So the front skirts, I did separate the joint inside, so I can move them separately. And the hind skirt or the back skirt doesn't move. So for the legs, you can actually go more than 90 degrees for the knees. And on the feet, of course, the typical ball joint, so you can move the feet kind of. It doesn't really turn around that much, but I don't think that's necessary. And of course, I think the main event for the articulation when it comes to the Gundam Double X would be the twin satellite cannons. So, as for the twin satellite cannons, yeah, I know how this pretty much works. So, the same mechanics as the 1/144 scale. So, what I typically do, so I open up this part first, and then the middle part comes down. Well, there's not really an order in which you, activate or unleash or whatever. You activate the twin satellite cannon. So the wing binders open up like so. So I'm gonna do the same on the left side. And there you have it. So both wing binders are now open. So as you can see, there are gold stickers in there. So yeah, again, it really reminds me of my 1/144 scale because again, it's basically the same pattern there. So for the arms and legs, so you open up these armor parts and kind of flip the panels inside, which honestly or surprisingly they were much harder to do compared to the 1/144 scale. So there you go. I'm gonna do on the left hand side. Just open up like this. Yeah. So again, because the shield is in there, I'm gonna open up the legs and then flip open the panels inside as well. And not so much. It's not really supposed to open all the way. So I am going to flip up the twin satellite cannons. So they are mounted on the back. So turn them around and then flip them onto the front. So this part slides open. So if you've seen my F91 review, basically something similar happens there. And on the shoulders, so the scope or the camera system, like you kind of flip it open from the shoulders, and then so on the grooves here, so you're gonna mount that. I need to move this a bit more. There we go. Yep. I'm probably not doing the best job, but it's there. It's there. So do the same thing on the other side. Again, extend the twin satellite, or the satellite cannon, rather. I mean, and then the scope, mount it on the shoulder like so, and there you go, Double X with the twin satellite cannon activated. Sorry, it's not, again, the best job, but you get the picture. So first off, so if you notice, so the panels on like on the insides of the leg armors and the arms are made with a yellow plastic. So again, comparing to my 1/144th scale long ago, so they were actually molded in the same white plastic as most of the parts, and then you have gold stickers, so similar to the wings. So for that, I would say the 1/144th scale is slightly better because of that, strangely speaking. Yeah. Again, so the gold, because of the gold foil stickers that you put on these parts, again, it made them pop out more similarly to the wing binders. So I guess I really wouldn't mind if Bandai did that to this HG version as well. So as for the rest of the stickers, so the eyes are on a typical sticker. So the red on the V fin, so typically it would be another piece of plastic, but this one is also a sticker. So I don't mind, but yeah, since this is an HG, I would have preferred it to be a separate red plastic part, even though it was quite small. But yeah, again, it does remind me of, my 1/144 scale models, which had to use red sticker on the forehead and also on the chin. Considering the chin part is, molded in a different, again, in a red plastic that is a separate part in and of itself. Bandai, again, could have done the same thing. So the rest of the stickers, so as you can see on the cameras of the satellite cannons, so there is a camera on the beam rifle. So the top camera and the back camera are also stickers. On the knees, you have these red triangles, and on the legs, so you have these vents. They're kind of made of stickers. On the back, just below the thrusters, so there's another red triangle sticker, so that's the same size as the ones on the knees. Okay. So, and there are actually foil stickers inside of the chest. So, my 1/44 scale Double X only had green foil stickers on the chest. However, so this one you had to put on the stickers first and then put the clear green parts on top, which actually make it much better and more reflective. Again, I do like the clear green plastic parts. But considering, again, making it look more reflective, it was absolutely a great idea on Bandai's part. So, good job there. So, considering that, yeah, this is basically how much I can do if I'm, how do you say, like setting this up in satellite cannon mode. So I'm just gonna let it stand there like this for the rest of the video. And talking about things that I really like about this model kit. So first off, again, the beam saber. So as you can see, by the way, so there is a missing saber handle on the skirt because that's what he's holding on the left hand. And then you stick the beam saber in. So of course you can do the same. You can do both beam sabers because there's another beam saber blade available included in the kit. I decided to use only one this time around. But again, you can do both beam sabers. So the shield is actually an interesting piece. So comparing it to the 1/144th scale that I had, so a little bit of a backstory. So, anyways, so the shield, so it was just like one piece of white plastic, and the red part was a sticker. So it actually had a handle. So you stick it into the hand like so, right? So you stick it onto the hand, and then one day I stepped on it and broke the handle off. So despite my best efforts to stick it with super glue, yes, I tried that, and it didn't even work. And I didn't actually throw the shield away, but I know it's still in storage. So yeah, I guess my 1/144th scale Double X will live on without a shield. But you know, that's still fine. Okay. So again, I wanted to try to take off the shield, but it's connected by a piece. So the left hand armor, so you can actually distinguish it because it has a slot for the connector. So you can attach the shield, which leaves the left hand open, and it's available to be used with, again, so the beam saber if you like. But for the right hand, so if you can, well, probably you won't see it on camera very clearly. So I'm actually using a trigger finger hand. However, it's only for the right hand. There is an extra hand, like the normal fist grip hand, so the same with the left hand. So basically, you have three hands. So two right hand parts, one left hand part. So I have decided to use the trigger finger on the beam rifle. Again, you can use the other hand as well. And if you actually do that, then you're free to equip both beam sabers. So overall speaking, again, despite Gundam X being one of maybe the least successful in Japan when it aired, but when I saw it as a child in the Philippines growing up, yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite entries. Like, its story is actually quite solid if you ask me. And again, Gundam Double X is definitely one of my favorite mobile suits ever, I would say. So again, because of the nostalgia factor, seeing Gundam X as a kid, and again, the mechanics, especially with the beam satellite cannon, they're exactly the same as the 1/144th scale. So brings back a lot of memories, and yeah, it's surprisingly simple in my opinion. But uh, if you know how powerful the twin satellite cannon is, yeah, definitely that makes the Gundam X one of the most powerful Gundams as well, in my opinion, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna give HG Gundam Double X 4.5 out of 5. Maybe if the sticker on the V fin was replaced with a red part, that probably would have been perfect in my opinion. But everything else, I would say this has a rock solid build. Uh, Again, simple yet effective visuals. Uh, Personally, so the gold foil stickers, you can see, are very, very reflective. And again, the chest pieces, again, they work really, really well, especially if you put in the silver foil stickers before you put on the clear green covers. Again, makes that pop out even more. So yeah, I really, really love this kit because of everything that I've just said. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. So as always, thanks for watching. Please, and as always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.